Greetings, YouTube. This is Yvette. Welcome to our channel where we are fasting sometime during the month, every month, seeking God for power, for more strength, to be able to walk in the spirit realm and crucify the flesh so that we don't act out of flesh. Currently, we're in a 40-day water fast, and today is day number 15. We've got 25 days to go, you guys. We're 5 days away from day number 20, which was I was excited to get to the halfway point. So as we're on this journey, I will tell you I've had nothing but visions of food, and eating, eating. That's all it's been. Oh, no matter how much I try to focus on something else, it's all about food. And I can imagine what it tastes like and things I want to eat and listen, on my I did a 40-day water juice fast about a year and a half ago. And on that fast, well, no, it's almost going to be 2 years that I did that fast. When I did that fast, I was taking juice and tea, and I occasionally would make smoothies, but for the most part, I was squeezing fresh squeezed orange juice on a daily basis, or when I felt, especially when I felt really weak. I would do that. And I made it through. I was taking my trace minerals. I did really good. And on that fast, at about day number 2021, I was so famished. I wanted food so bad, so bad, so bad. So this is showing up a little earlier this time, being day number, because it's about a day 13, 14, 15, this has been happening. And once I got over that hump, about the early 20th days of the other fast, I was fine and I was smooth sailing the rest of the time. So I just think this is a phase that we are going through, that the body is doing, because my body is fighting, trying to hang on. Because I noticed that, because remember, I do a weigh-in every single day because I want to see how things change. Last week, I stayed the same weight for 3 days in a row. And after that, I dropped 2 pounds. So I've done that again. So Saturday, Sunday, and today I weighed in and I'm the exact same weight. So I really think it's my body trying to say, you know what? I want food. You're not giving it to me. I'm holding on. And then eventually it has to let go, because these fat cells, they're toxic. And when you fast, all toxicity has to leave the body. And so as I'm drinking water and I'm releasing toxins, it's coming out of that fat, because my body is saying, hey, I need something. So I'm going to start liquefying these fat cells, and I need some energy. I'm gonna start burning these fat cells. So it's a natural thing that takes place when you fast. That's why I don't understand why believers don't fast. I don't think they really realize what that does. Not only does it cure the spiritual man, it heals the body. It sets everything back in order the way it's supposed to be. It helps you to be able to hear clearly from the Lord. I'm telling you, some shady mess will be going on in the spirit realm, and you'll be able to recognize it immediately. Immediately. And instead of acting out of the flesh, you act in the spirit realm and allow the Holy Spirit to take over. And I'm telling you, He smooths it out. Nobody beats the Holy Spirit. You can't beat God. So moving on to the next thing, I'm going to share with you that I did take my my first dose of diatomaceous earth. And I will tell you that I saved my old pickle jars with my vegan mayo, mustard, whatever I buy that comes in a jar. I save the glass jars because I think these make a better storage, a safer storage opportunity than, or option, excuse me, better storage option than plastic. Anytime you can save the bottles and use the bottles, because even if I'm making salad dressing, I don't put it in a plastic container. I save my old dressing bottles or things that came in bottles, and I'll mix my dressing up in that and use those. And they keep longer, actually. So the diatomaceous earth, it's really powdery, and it'll fly up like dust, and you're not supposed to breathe it. So I will tell you that when I took it, I took a half a teaspoon of it like it was recommended. And and I kind of tasted it before I took it, and it didn't taste bad. So I was like, you know what? I could probably take that without putting it in a capsule, because you guys know I'm chicken with the way things taste. So I'm going to show you that I now am going to take like a quarter uh, teaspoon of it. I'm patting it down to make sure that it's actually a quarter teaspoon. I still have not had a bowel movement, which is very, very bothersome to me, because this is 15 days. I took what I thought was a mixture of Cascara Sagrada and Senna last night. I've only had some mild gas. I mean, I would have welcomed even more gas because it would have told me that things were moving, but just very mild gas. Um, and that's it. So, and a slight little tummy ache, which I was like, okay, okay, that means some stuff's going on. So things are moving. I'm very concerned that I don't want to be plugged up. I certainly don't want to be plugged up. So I will tell you that today I'm definitely taking Senna. I'm gonna make me some Senna capsules because Senna does not taste good. You could sprinkle it on your food and get away with eating it if you have a lot of, if you do a lot of spices or flavorful food, you can get away with doing that. I like to eat a lot of foods that have hot peppers in it, so you can get away with spicy foods. Guys know I like Thai food, and a lot of things I make are spicy, so you can get away with it in that and not really taste it. Or actually, you can even put it on eggs and stuff. As long as you have something where it's got good flavor, because I have good veggies in my stuff when I cook, especially if I make an omelet. It's so flavorful that you don't really taste the senna. Just sprinkle it through and it's great. So I'm going to take my diatomaceous earth and then we will talk about it. And I'll tell you, I didn't think it tasted bad. It just tasted like a little gritty, maybe dirt. Not necessarily dirt, but I'm going to see if I remember this. Here we go. I missed it. It all fell on my lap. So I'm going to try this again. Somehow I didn't do that right. I think because I compacted it. So we can try this again. This time I got it. It has this. It's not bad. I'm going to take some water because it's very dry. It kind of has an earthy taste. I don't mind it. And I'll tell you why I don't mind it, because when I was pregnant with my second child, well, actually with my son, I was craving this dirt. I lived in Texas when I was younger, and the dirt in Texas was kind of reddish. And I remember those fire ants that that would bite you. There's something about that dirt. I mean, as a kid, I don't know if I was eating dirt or what, but it just had this grittiness, and it tastes good because I'm pretty sure it was full of minerals. When I had my son, I wanted that texture and that tastiness. And I was trying to find it. I didn't know what it was, and I wasn't going to eat the dirt in my front yard. No way. So I was trying to find it. And I remember back in Texas, they used to eat something that was white, a starch. Well, my mom told me it was a starch. Or no, somebody told me it was a starch or something. And I remember they used to go and buy it in boxes. I thought it was cornstarch, so I wouldn't got cornstarch. Cornstarch was not it. And then one of my friends said, no, it was potato starch. And I was like, really? So some years later, I mean, after I got over it, I went and I bought potato starch. That was it. And it has this has kind of that not grittiness, but that dryness like the potato starch. And I really like the way the potato starch feels in my mouth, but it makes you fat. This, because it fights toxins and it is so healing for the body and expels parasites and all that kind of stuff. And I'm excited to see what it's going to do in my body. And it helps with hair, skin, and nails. And it is an all over cleans the liver, cleans the kidneys out, cleans the thyroid. It does everything. So it's like, because it does all this stuff, I don't mind that, but I just have to make sure I liquefy. But I'm going to take some Senna as well. But I don't think the taste is bad. And now when I was watching another guy talking about him taking it, he was saying that, talking about, I think he was maybe concerned about his weight because he kept talking about how his love handles were gone. Now, I watched his videos, a few of the videos, and I wouldn't have sent a comment, but my inside was like, I still see your love handles. I don't know how big you were before, but your videos seem to be the same from week to week. So I don't know what he meant by love handles. Maybe he meant they were shrinking. He could tell they were shrinking, but I'm gonna tell you on the video, I don't know. So I'm not sure about that, but that's his testimony. So maybe if that works for him, yeah, sure. Um, Trying to think what else. I've been feeling really lethargic. Somehow but I have clarity, where sometimes when you're on a fast and you're drained and you don't have your energy, you kind of feel kind of, weakness. I still have that. So today I'm more motivated. And this has been a blessing in disguise for me because remember, usually on Monday and Tuesdays, I'm volunteering. I really need my Mondays and Tuesdays to myself. So these people don't know it was a blessing in disguise. It was the way they did it. They did some sneaky mess, what they did. But um, it was nice not having to jump up and go do that because I think that puts added stress on me that I really don't want because I really would like to be smooth on Mondays. So I'm feeling a lot better. I'm getting ready to go wax my car. So we'll see how all that stuff goes. But I'm gonna sign off and listen. If you're new to the channel, please jump on and fast, especially if you're a believer. How do we live without fasting? Fasting is that's the fastest way to get to God is for you to shut the flesh out because he does not like the flesh. He abhors the flesh. He doesn't like the works of the flesh. If you read the word, he hates what the flesh does. He doesn't want you to do that. He has very specific instructions for us in the Old Testament and very specific instructions for us in the New Testament. He talks about what he does not like, and those are the things that the flesh does. And Paul talks about the flesh. Paul just repeats the Old Testament. The New Testament saints repeat what's in the Old Testament because they knew the Torah. God didn't change what he said, but for some reason, some of us think it's changed. Oh, that's all done away with. No, sweetie, it's not. If you go back and read it, it's just in the New Testament in different places. So let's do a fast. I mean, you'll be so rewarded, honestly. You're going to be under spiritual attack. Yes, you are. But you're strong enough to handle it. Trust me. God doesn't put anything on us that we cannot handle. That's scripture. Okay? He'll make a way for us to get out of it. He already has the plan. You just have to trust. You have to trust him. So one of the things we have to do that the flesh can't do is the flesh can't believe God, but the spirit man can. So I'm telling you that as I'm on this journey, listen, I don't have a care in the world. I mean, I care about the way my bedroom looks right now, but that's just me. I need to get motivated and go clean it because my bedroom's never looked like this before. I mean, except when I first moved in, I had boxes everywhere. But on this journey, I've had some issues with just getting stuff done and trying to focus on the main parts of the house that are common areas I got to do. But I'm going to sign off. But please subscribe, sign up, jump on the fast. Tell me that you're doing the fast because we're doing this together. There are a number of us that are fasting, a number of us under attack, a number of us that are hungry. And listen, you guys, we're going to go through Memorial Day, so you're going to have some strength. Because remember, family likes to hang out on Memorial Day and eat. I chose to stay to my fast. My daughter usually takes me out on Mother's Day and we go to a Thai place that I pick because we both like Thai food, and that's usually what I like to eat in a restaurant anyway. And we order several dishes and just try out kind of stuff, and it's really a wonderful time that I have with her. But I didn't do that this year. I didn't want to. She did whatever her mommy wanted to do, and that was me just hang out, okay, with myself. I and the Lord. I was perfectly fine with that. Okay, so I'm going to sign off, and then those of you I'm going to keep saying this because we have to make a bold stance. We have to go before the world and show them that who Jesus is. We have to make the announcement. We have to sound the alarm. I keep telling you, if you keep your car to yourself and it's your car, then all the expenses associated with that car are yours. But when you dedicate it to the Lord, it becomes his car and it's his expenses, and he will provide a way for you to pay it without your budget suffering. You'll see that you won't even miss what's going on. He'll make sure that there is cash flowing in, but give him his car. And so I did that, and I'm telling you, my Lincoln was paid off in half the time. I don't mind. I go to the gas station. I have to put up $100. Like what was no $89, $90 to fill that thing up, depending on the fluctuation of what the gas price is. I did not have a problem plopping that money down. Didn't even miss it. That's what I'm telling you. Didn't even miss it at all. Oil changes. Don't even miss the cash. So once you come in alignment and you set yourself up with God, I'm telling you, blessings will flow. My food bill is reduced because I'm able to get food at the food place that I volunteered at. Now I'm not volunteering there. Now I get to just be a regular person and go get it for free. Somebody else did the work. So you see what I'm saying? Blessings come. It didn't have to come in the form of money, but that saves me hundreds of dollars on my food bill. Now, Tuesdays they get fresh fruits and vegetables. Look, this is just nothing but bomb. It's nothing but God doing this. But let him do that for you by beginning to just take a stance. We talk about, starting ministries. How do you start a ministry? This is a ministry. You don't know how many people are behind you in your car and they're looking at your bumper sticker. I mean, you could put this on your bumper or your window. I prefer you put it in your window because I don't want your paint to fade differently. Um, it's on my windows on either side. I told you guys, God has already given me the provision for these. He's given me the postage for. I got plenty of postage. Listen, you tell me how many you need, and I'm sending them out. Okay. So if you tell me what you need, you send me an email. Give me 2 days to have turnaround to be able to process it and get it out in the mail to you. Okay. And thank you, those of you who have been patient and have ordered them. And I have special prayers for you. God, touch them because you said, blessed are those whose feet are prepared, take the gospel out. And so to announce Jesus, it's a blessing. Okay. That's what we're supposed to be doing, proclaiming the Lord. But I'm going to sign off, you guys. Bless you guys. Let me know what's going on with you, what you're feeling, because I share this with everybody else. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.